more than half of India's exports to the US are now under pressure. Starting the 7th of August, a sharp new US tariff hike kicked in, with 55% of Indian goods now being impacted. This is, remember, our largest trading partner where it has been impacted. Now, what does this mean? This has ramifications in terms of our overall trade outlook. The US is India's largest trading partner. The Trump administration has doubled tariffs to 50% on most Indian goods, citing India's continued purchase of Russian oil. It is one of the highest tariffs India has ever faced from the US. The Indian government has said the new duty will have a significant impact, and exporters are now raising concerns. The export organization, which is FIO, has said that the move is shocking. Sectors like textiles, marine products, leather and more are expected to take the biggest hit. Exporters are in fact warning the Indian government that goods could become about 30 to 35% less competitive. But this is only one side of it. The fact is that there are 55% of goods that will be impacted, which also means that 45% will not be impacted, which means that there is still a large chunk of Indian exports to the US which will not be impacted. And that needs to be kept in mind, that while there is a large trade exposure, it is not as significant, or is not a doomsday scenario that many people have been saying. No, it is none of that. 55% is a very large exposure, but it is still only 55%, and that needs to be kept in mind. The second important thing as far as our exposure to the US is concerned is that trade talks haven't ended. Those trade talks are going to continue, and they will take place at the end of this month. So India, which is of course bracing for some sort of an impact, knows that the exposure at best is about 55%. And secondly, also is prepared for talks to continue. And that is the most important aspect that needs to be highlighted, viewers. It's not doomsday scenario. It's nothing like, if these tariffs come into place, what happens to our trade relationship, what happens to our overall exports. None of that. That is the big headline that we need to keep in mind. The road ahead may be a little rocky, but it is not full of obstacles. That's the big thing that we are telling you right here on India Global.